Let's hear from our race winner. That is Kyle Larson. And he's joined by his team owner, Harry Scott Jr., and crew chief, Scott Zippadelli. And Kyle won today's 33rd annual History 300. It's his second NASCAR Nationwide Series victory. His first win here at Charlotte. Led a race high and career high 82 laps today. Kyle, just a very impressive performance. We had Brad and Kyle Busch in here earlier. They were just talking about how you just were too tough to beat there towards the end of the day. So congratulations. That's a unique trophy that you have there. Obviously, got some history behind that, but just congratulations, and talk about the win that you had out here today, and how your car changed. It seemed like and really came alive there towards the midpoint, second half of the race.
Yeah, we started off a little bit too tight, and I think Zippy just made a couple of small changes and was able to free the car up enough to where I could go okay in a short run, and it was still probably the best car in the long run. And I knew if we could get the lead and have some long green flag runs, we'd be really tough to beat, and that's kind of how it went for us. The Ineos car was amazing all week long. Thursday we were good in practice, just tweaked on a little bit, and then today was great. And the last restart had me a little bit nervous. Harvick and was to my outside, and Brad and Kyle were behind me, and those are probably the three of the best on late restarts like that. And I wasn't sure if I was going to even clear them off too, and we were able to clear them, and just knew I had to hit my marks and stay calm. And it seemed like they were getting smaller and smaller in my rear view mirror, and that's a good sight. So it was a great race for us. Pretty perfect race for our whole team, and just can't thank Zippy and Harry here enough for letting me drive the car.
And Scott, talk about maybe some of the things that you guys did, the course of the race to get this number 42 Ineos Chevrolet to victory lane.
Well, the first run he was kind of wanted to be a little bit freer, turn a little bit better. I was kind of thinking we might have been on the splitter a little bit after the first stop because I made a air pressure change, and that's what Kyle said. So the second stop, I basically went back on my air pressure change and did a few other things to get the car off the splitter. And it worked, and it took off better on the front of the run, and it maintained its speed on the long run too. So we made some pretty big changes throughout the day. It didn't affect the handling as much as I think it affected the speed. So it was a good day. Well executed by the pit crew and Kyle, and everything just went, I'd say, almost picture perfect.
And Harry, congratulations on this victory. Maybe just talk about just how this team performed today, and how they've been performing all season. Been very, very good at each and every week.
Well, these guys have been in the hunt each and every week, and ever since California, when we got the first win, it really kind of set the tone for the season. And a day like today is pretty much as perfect a day as you can get from an owner's perspective. Cal did a great job in the car all day long. Zippy gave him a great car, and he was right on balance pretty much the whole day, and Kyle really didn't need a whole lot from him, so that's always a good thing. And then our pit crew did a great job. They were on their game every stop, and so we had a new sponsor, Ineos, on the car, and they don't every race they've sponsored, they've won so far. So it's going to be it's kind of a tough precedent to set. But from a car owner's perspective, it was a perfect day, and we couldn't do it without the support of Cartwheel and Target, Chevrolet, and Hendrick engines. So we got a lot of people to thank for it, and it's just about as good a day as you can get.
Take questions now. If you have one, raise your hand, and we'll get to you. Questions right here, Bob.
Bob Parker, Sporting News. I was out on the grid, so I didn't see it, but from Twitter, I'm seeing that you didn't end up doing the no-wheel burnout. So Is that not an option anymore, or did you have to save the engine?
I don't know how to answer that question. I don't know. I just kind of what I did there is what I used to do in go-karts, so did it here. I don't know. I know it probably wasn't exciting for the fans, but I'm sure Hendrick Engine guys appreciate it.
Other questions? Right here, Mike, and then right here to the other gentleman.
Kyle, back here on TV Row. Obviously, you first win at Charlotte. The good feelings from today, how do you try to translate that and carry it over to tomorrow? Because it is a completely different animal.
Yeah, I don't know if you can really take much from today to put into the Coke 600. You know, today we're racing in the heat of the day. In a nationwide car, it's a lot different than a Cup car. And tomorrow we starting out in some daylight and going into night. So the track's going to go through a lot of transitions. Like I said, I don't know if you can take really a whole lot from today. Maybe just some extra confidence and momentum is all. But I thought the target car was really good. Last week even, in showdown practice, showdown race, and then good in practice Thursday and today. And didn't qualify very well, but it's a really long race, so we should be able to make our way up to the front. Just gotta be patient.
Go ahead, sir.
Steve Lawrence from the American Restoration. Wanted to ask you if you could tell our viewers what you thought of the trophy today.
Yeah, the trophy's awesome. Watching NASCAR races and everything, you always dream of winning a race just to get the cool trophies, because in sprint cars and stuff and go-karts, you just get the little plastic ones and they're okay, but NASCAR trophies are awesome. So this is probably one of the neatest trophies I'll have in my collection, and hopefully we'll stack them up even more.
Wait, what'd you say? You're gonna what?
The what? That's right.
We're gonna fight over that one, I think.
Shoot. I'll trade you like 10 of my go-kart ones for this one.
Okay. I'll put them on eBay and probably make more.
Other questions? Did I see another hand somewhere? Anybody? Right here, Dustin.
Dustin Long, MRN.com. Kyle, I know you were able to run a variety of lines today, and I know this is a place where you kind of showed guys a while back that you can really run the high line. How comfortable were you with that, and was that as much helping you get through traffic? And can you talk about the move you made to take the lead in traffic around Keselowski and that 3Y? Because I think your crew said it was a nice move, and you just kind of go, yeah.
Yeah, I ran the top here, even higher than I was today. The second Charlotte race last year, and it was tricky up there. There's a lot of little bumps up there, and I tried it a few times throughout the race. I knew it was fast, so I knew if I could catch Brad in a bad spot in traffic, I could use it to my advantage, and that's kind of what happened. I saw a lot of lap traffic in front of us, and he had yet to try the top, and or as high as I was going, and so he got kind of hung up behind him, and it was a clear lane up above, and maybe didn't look that clear on TV, but there was quite a bit of room up there for me, and it was a pretty awesome move, because I closed in on him a lot just in a lap and was able to get by and then pull away. So that was kind of the move of the race for us. I think we led it every lap after that, and then had a good green flag stop, was able to come out ahead in the lead again, and then smooth sailing.
Right here, front row, Aaron. Raise your hand, Aaron.
Hey, Kyle. Aaron Burns, National Speed Sport News. Does today's result make you feel a little bit better about what happened with your sprint car last night with Shane?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Shane was fast last night, so you can't be disappointed in that. Sucks that he didn't end up wrecking, but he's been good all year, and that's satisfying as a co-owner. So I think they go to Fremont Sunday, and he's good there. I had to battle him hard there last year, I think, to get to second, so he'll be good.
Let's go up to the press box, and we'll come back downstairs. I think we have two in the press box. Go ahead.
Reed Spencer with NASCAR Wear Service. Kyle, speaking of that last green flag pit stop, I think you had about a 4-second lead going into that exchange of pit stops. Brad pitted about 2 laps before you did. How important was it for you to come out ahead of him through that exchange, and were you surprised at how close he was when everything cycled out?
Yeah, I knew they'd be a little bit close to me, but not that close. I got kind of screwed up on that pit stop because the 93 car that I was pitted behind or whatever, we came in at the same time, and I slid a little bit too far into my box, so I thought I was gonna be screwed coming out, and you just had to spin my tires a lot and turn right really hard to get around him, and probably killed my exit speed a little bit. But just coming back out on the track was pretty hairy with some lappers, and then I think Harvick was right to my outside. So yeah, I didn't know they were gonna be that close though, for sure. I thought I had a good pit road entry and good stop too, so that was weird.
Go ahead, press box.
Jim Utter from the Charlotte Observer. Kyle, last weekend your Ganassi teammate Jamie McMurray won the All-Star race. Things seem to be going pretty well up in Indianapolis for Chip so far. You win again today. How do you? And I guess today is Chip's birthday, so I'm guessing. I suspect he must be having a pretty good month of May so far.
Yeah, sounds like he's having a great month of May. Jamie did a great job last week, and yeah, their Indy car's been fast, especially in race trim. So I know he's really excited for that race tomorrow, and I'm excited to watch it. And I think me and Jamie both have a good shot at a good run tomorrow. So that'd be pretty cool if we could close off the month of May with a couple wins and good finishes for Chip tomorrow.
Back downstairs, Dustin.
Kyle, you've certainly come up from all the ranks of short races, so 600 miles, is that daunting or no big deal, or what's your thoughts of running? 'Cause I'm guessing you probably never run anything this long other than tomorrow's race.
Yeah, I ran the 24-hour race, but that was probably only like 2 hours in the car, so it wasn't that bad. But yeah, the 600 is going to be a really, really long race, and just got to be patient, I think. I don't really know. I've never ran the race before, but I know you have to be patient in a 500-mile race, so I imagine you got to be a little bit more patient in a 600-mile race. And communication between yourself and your crew chief is going to have to be a little bit better than it probably normally is, just because I don't think we go through many track condition changes like we will tomorrow. So just got to stay on top of that and communicate well with Shine.
Go ahead.
It's a question for Scott. I've heard some people talk about Kyle in the sense of he's looking for a feel, but you can set the car up the way you want it, and he can adjust to some degree. Is it while you get the feedback from him, is it as much he's adjusting to the car, and does that make it easier, or just kind of how that relationship works, especially because you've got the experience and he's, I guess, still in essence still learning these cars too?
I think some of that's true. Like for instance today, Kyle, from his past experience running dirt cars, you just kind of constantly move around the racetrack trying to find grip and trying to find speed. So he's really, really good at that during the race, and that helps a crew chief a lot, through a run. But in practice, we worked on our speed on the bottom of the racetrack pretty much the whole time, and then towards the later practice he moved up. So we worked on that, on purpose. But his talent level for finding grip during the run is huge, and it helps us a lot.
Does that change how you have to do it because you're working with somebody who's moving around the track as opposed to?
Actually, I think it's easier for me because in the past, working with different drivers, you normally have to tell your driver to move around, because some of them just want to run the same line all the time, where sometimes today during the race we kind of had to tell him to go back to doing what he was doing, because there was one groove that was a couple tenths faster than the other. So I think it's the other way around with Kyle. If you find something good, you just got to say, all right, stay there, just keep doing that.
We all done? Kelly has one more. Final question.
Kelly Crandall from Popular Speed. Kyle, you didn't run last weekend's nationwide race. Now with Dylan doing the non-companion events, just curious if you saw the race and what your thoughts on working with him this year are.
Yeah, I watched the race. I thought Dylan did a really good job. I thought he was going to have at least a top 7 finish, and had the right front go down, I think, and still got back to 10th, right? 11th. So good comeback for them, and sucked watching your own car on the track, but Dylan did a good job. He's been learning each and every week, and you can see the improvement. I was behind him at one point in the race, and he was a little bit, better than I was, and I couldn't get by him, and I was getting frustrated. But yeah, me and Dylan are good buddies off the track, so that makes working together on race weekends even easier. So it's been nice, having him, as a development driver at Chip Ganassi Racing, and then being able to race with the Nationwide Series with him, and kind of talk about the way cars are handling and stuff out on the track, because I think they're set up pretty similar. So I can help him a little bit.
Well, congratulations to Kyle, to Scott, and to Harry, and continued best of luck the rest of the season.